Hey everybody, I'm gonna try this again. I just recorded my foundation, powder, bronzer, blush, and highlighter that I put on, and then my camera shut off. I had it on the highest resolution, so I'm thinking that it just filled up the memory card really fast. So I just have my face makeup on. I hope that's okay. I was answering a question that I had already spoken so much about. One of my Instagram followers had asked me about my, someone just responded, talk about everything, all of it. Now I have to go get my kids in half an hour, so I'm gonna try to talk really quickly. Sorry, let me get back to, I came to do my makeup and talk to you guys about the Colourpop My Little Sunshine palette and talk to you guys about any questions that you had on my Instagram. So I'm just gonna kind of get ready as I talk to you, but I'm already like, my face is already halfway done. So real quick, the moisturizer that I use, that I always use, is my Elta MD UV Clear Broad Spectrum SPF 46. It's the tinted one. I've used this for months. I use this for moisturizing and for my skincare sun protection every day. And then my foundation is the Too Faced Perfect Peach. Sorry, this didn't want to focus last time. The Too Faced Perfect Peach in the color Warm Nude. And then my powder that I used was the Maybelline Fit Me, the matte, Keep Me Matte powder in Fair Light. My bronzer is the Marc Jacobs Tan-Tastic bronzer. Love this one. And then my blush that I put on was the Colourpop Wayfarer blush. This is the one that I have on. And I did throw a little bit of highlighter on, which is my Revlon Skin Lights in Twilight Gleam. No, nobody? I'm still playing with this camera. It's brand new. I'll just recap here. My dad so kindly sent me this camera. I'm messing with the settings on it still. It's looking a little dark now. I just turned off a white balance on here. I do have a ring light up there. I hope it's not too dark. Next time I can do it brighter. But anyway, my face is done. So I posted on Instagram that I was going to do a get ready with me, and for any of you guys to post any questions that you have. Obviously, I threw out there, if you have any questions about wax. Oh, sorry, you can see my husband's pile of shoes back there. Because I kind of started all my social media stuff due to vendor wax, like home fragrance, because I love it so much. I have a huge passion for home fragrance and just smell goods in general, perfume. I was a perfume collector. I still kind of am, but not as avidly years ago. Then I really got into candles, and I sold Scentsy for a while. But I've always been into makeup so much, like so much. I have quite a few favorite makeup gurus, if that's how you want to say, that I follow. Emily Noel is one of my favorite just because of her disposition and her positivity. Love her. I love Kathleen Lights. Obviously, she's very sweet, understanding, loving person. So many more. Nicole Guerrero has really fun makeup videos to watch. There's so many that I'll kind of comment along the way, but my mouth is dry. Let me take a sip of my bubbly drink. Cranberry bubbly is my favorite flavored bubbly drink of all time. So good. But I threw out there on Instagram, if you have any questions about wax, so vendor wax. Also, sorry, my Instagram is Danny Loves Wax. So it's mostly about home fragrance, but it's also a little bit about makeup. We'll see if I end up making a separate page for makeup and skincare. Skincare is just as important to me as makeup is, because I spent a lot of time in the sun growing up in Arizona and California. So I'll start off with, I have extremely oily skin. I won't talk too much about this because I'll go over that in a skincare video, but all of my makeup and makeup choices surround oily skin and length of wear, because I'm also a respiratory therapist. I put my makeup on at about 4:30 in the morning, and I don't take it off until about 8:30 at night. So I think this, I'm a little bit crooked here, but oh well, we're here now. My makeup choices, you'll see that. So I have the matte long wear foundation that I put on with the mattifying powder, and you'll see me continue. I did say in the beginning of my other video, I do have just a little bit of my waterproof mascara still on. I never take it like all the way off. So also, not that this matters because it doesn't, because I might get some in the future, but I don't have any fillers, no augmentation to my face whatsoever. These are my natural lips. Everything else, I mean everything. Not that I don't want those things, I just don't have the money or time for them. So just in case anyone asks, because I've had many people ask. Okay, so now that I've done my foundation, my bronzer, my blush, my highlighter, I'm gonna go in and do my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna have my little mirror up close here, my little Sephora mirror, so that I can look up close, but hopefully you guys can also see me in this viewfinder here. So like I said, I'm gonna go in with the Colourpop Little Ray of Sunshine palette. It's one of their newest palette releases. It's an all matte palette. It was an end of summer palette. And I usually don't go this warm, but there are a couple cool colors in there. And I just love an all matte eye look sometimes. So I thought I'd do this while we talked. So the video that just stopped recording, let me go with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. It's the original one. I had gone over my oldest daughter and her autism and how we kind of not found out about it, but got her diagnosis. So I'll just skip the part that I kind of already went over and say that I finally at 18 months begged her pediatrician to give us a phone number for an assessment. And I think it was Early Start or something like that that we went to, and she met all of her now I'm gonna forget words. She met all of her like marks, stepping stones, oh my gosh, what's the word, that she walked on time, she crawled on time, she made eye contact early. I'm gonna go in with the color Sun's Out right here to put down a base color. Milestones. She met all of her milestones as a young child except for her speech. So finally we went and they said, yeah, her speech at 18 months old is at, we're putting it at about an 8-month-old right now, which basically was nothing. She was very vocal, but she wasn't making any words. She wasn't creating any parallel play with others. There was many things, like we brought her to a birthday party, and I think it was her, she was turning 2, a friend was turning 2, and Jocelyn was around the same age. I'm gonna go in my crease with the color Vitamin D right here in the middle. And when all the kids were sitting there wanting to play Duck Duck Goose, Jocelyn was in their vegetable garden picking plants. She had zero interest of playing with other kids. Now, she is social. Jocelyn likes to be social. And she loves being around other people. She's just around other people very differently. She doesn't parallel play. She will, if something excites her play-wise with other kids, as you can see there, I'm just now gonna go in with the color, sorry, it's really hard to see, Blissed Out right here. She'll kind of stand around everyone playing, clap, jump, and be excited, but she doesn't play with them, if that makes any sense. She loves places like Disneyland, and she loves loud music. She's a sensory seeker, so she claps and jumps and all this stuff to get that sensory intake. And so she loves stuff like that. Now, when things are a little too calm and she's not on her medication, she gets really worked up. So anyways, that brings me to another point. Her medication is not something we took lightly. I'm gonna go in with this color in the bottom corner, Oh Giant. I wish they would have made this, you can't even see it. They put white on top of this pale yellow, the darkest color in the palette. We did not take putting Jocelyn on medication lightly. I think we started her on her first medication when she was 3. She's 9 now, by the way, if I didn't make that distinction earlier. But she was pounding the palms of her hands so hard on the walls when she was frustrated that I went to her pediatrician and I said, you've got to give us something. She can't, like, she's basically, she's not violent and she's not self-harming, but she is hurting herself because, gosh, my face is not focused now, I'm sorry. Because she is trying so hard to get that sensory input. And so we tried a few different autism medications, which can fall under multiple things. Hyperactivity medications. Oh, I just thought I heard something that was weird. Antipsychotic medications. There's many different things. So she tried an anti-psych medication first. And it was horrible. She lost so much weight. She looked gaunt. It was not fun to watch that happen. I wish I could remember what the medication was called, but this was, you know, 6 years ago. We decided as parents, me and my husband, to take her off it and just let her be for a while, after that failed so horribly. Then we moved and we got a different pediatrician, and she started on something called Concerta for hyperactivity. And it seems for her that the hyperactivity medications work a lot better for her to keep her more focused and calm. Not that she's ever completely focused or calm. I'm bringing that dark shade under my eye as well. But it helps her focus a little bit better. At least she can sit and go to school. One of her very first IEP goals when she was in, I think it was first grade, was to be able to sit for 5 minutes with less than 40 prompts. And it never happened that year. So, I'm going to go in to blend that out with Blissed Out again. So anyways, the Concerta has been a lifesaver for us and for her. Some days we don't give it to her. Like if we try when she's like swimming or having major sensory like input kind of days. Let me see if I can put this down if it will. Why is it not focusing on me? I'm so sorry. Let's see if it will do it if I click it there. There we go. You know, to let her have that without the medication. So we do that sometimes. But for the most part, she's medicated for her wellness and ours. So anyways, she's now in 4th grade. She just started her 4th grade year. This year obviously has been a mess. And so we've had to redo her IEP to make sure she has the hours she needs. I'm going in with Colourpop gel cream liner in Sunnyvale. It's also the one that came out in this line. It's a dark kind of chocolatey brown in my upper eyelid and in my lower eyelid here. Anyways, we've had to change her IEP for what she needs because here where we live in Utah, my other kids only get to go to school 2 days a week and Jocelyn only gets to go 3 days a week. And we're trying to meet all of her needs, and that's super hard. So I know normal questions people are going to ask is, does she speak? And yes, she does. She's able to tell us when she's hungry, thirsty, hurting, doesn't feel well, stuff like that. She can speak in sentences, but does she always? Absolutely not. But she's able to. She works with a speech therapist on that. But I'm just curling my eyelashes here. She does what she wants, basically. Like whenever we go to her assessments, you know, you're always asked, can she do this? Can she do that? And the answer is always, well, she can, but does she? So that's kind of our Jocelyn. She does what she wants when she wants. But she does read at her 4th grade level when she wants. And she can do math at her 4th grade level when she wants. But she will probably live with us the rest of our lives. Rest of her life. And so, you know, and her siblings know that. We love her to death, but she needs help showering, dressing, brushing her teeth, all those things that are hard for her. Okay, I'm going in with the Colossal Big Shot waterproof mascara from Maybelline. I've already curled my lashes. So sorry, I breezed over that really fast. If anyone has more specific questions, you can ask me on my IG and I'll be doing more videos where I can answer them. This is just my very first video on this camera and I'm trying to not have it die again on me. So that's our Jossie. So she's 9, and then we got pregnant on a cruise with our next child. I took my birth control pill late and got pregnant with my second one. So we have a 7-year-old girl, and then I was on birth control completely for 7 months and got pregnant with our twins. Now my tubes are tied. So we also have 6-year-old twins, boy, girl. So we're done. We only had ever planned to have 2 kids, but you know how that goes. So I'm just putting some mascara on the top, on the bottom. When I figure out more like how to keep this camera going longer, then I will go into more detail. Oh, I forgot my brows. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper Brow Gel Mascara in the medium to dark. So these are my natural brows here, the shape anyway. My brows are blonde, so these are dyed brown. So I, most days, just go in with a brown eyebrow gel. I do know how to do the whole Instagram brow with the, you know, pencil and the hair looking strokes in the front and all that stuff. That's for another video. But this is what I do on most days, is just put in this brow gel that plumps and holds really, really well. Sometimes I go a little darker on one than the other. But this is my natural brow shape. I do go in with like those little facial razors every couple months and kind of clean up like the hair a little bit, but that's about it. Okay, and all I have on my lips right now is some Carmex that I can kind of wipe off. I thought I'd just go in with Fenty Beauty's Thicc Matte Lipstick, so this doesn't shut off. It's in the color Thicc with 2 C's. And there you have it. It's just a really pretty, I think it's gorgeous for fall. Really pretty. And then at the very end, I always have to go in with a makeup setting spray for anything to stay. So I have the NYX Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh. This one's almost gone. I have a backup. So we talk to our kids about Jocelyn's autism. We tell them that she has a special brain. And that she requires different things in life, and that, you know, she'll probably live with us the rest of her life, and that they'll probably be take part in taking care of her for the rest of her life. And so, you know, as much as 7 and 6-year-olds can understand, that's what we've told them so far. So after my setting spray dries, I go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the color Natural, because I love that setting spray because it doesn't sting my skin or like crack my makeup, but it also leaves a little bit of a sheen, which I do not need. So I'm going to go in with my powder brush and just go into my T-zone. And around here. So this is just kind of a quick natural matte look. Sorry, I did not think my camera was going to shut off on me. I'm going to have to figure that out and how long it can record. Maybe I'll have to get a bigger memory card. So next time I will go into much more detail about what I'm doing with my makeup and do a much more detailed look and cover more information. This is a kind of a rough draft for me with this video. But I hope anything I said helps. If you have any more specific questions, please ask them on my Instagram or down below in the questions here. I'm going to try to figure out how to get this uploaded. You guys stay well, have a good day, and yay for fall, that's here. See you later. Thanks for hanging around with me. We'll see you later.